So, I am involved with a musical, and the story of how I got involved. Well, I'm like the lead writer somehow. I ended up as lead writer. I don't know how this happened. I write the lyrics. That's my job, which is a rather important job in a musical, right? How did this happen? It's a very strange tale, which doesn't quite make sense even to me. But if I look back, it starts making more sense. And it all starts with Hamilton, and it goes through the Dream SMP, and then I get to a musical. So this is how I got involved with the musical, and also heard about the Dream SMP, which you might not know about, but you'll learn about in this video. This is how all that happened. It begins with Hamilton. So Hamilton, I heard about in my history class. Well, I heard about it before, but I didn't have an interest. But then, my history teacher introduced us to it. She used a couple of songs from Hamilton to show us that period of history, which was really cool. And she's a great teacher. Miss Martin, if you're watching this, shout out. But that's how I heard about Hamilton first. Then I decided, okay, I'll listen to the whole musical, because I heard it turns out he made the musical. Like most musicals have like songs, they have dialogue in between the songs, right? So when you just listen to the album, you don't get the whole story. You miss the in-between. With Hamilton, the entire thing is just all music. So there's very little dialogue in between the songs. And so you can just listen to the music, to the album, and understand what's happening. Right? Just completely understand the entire story. So I did that. I listened to the whole musical. And it was great. It's a wonderful musical. It made me cry. Not many things used to be able to make me cry, but recently more things have been able to do that. I don't know if it's that things are getting sadder or if I'm just becoming more emotional as I grow up. I don't know. Wait, what? Oh, it takes a screenshot. Okay, it doesn't pause. I was on my camera. So, the next step was, okay, then I started looking at the animatics. So as it turns out, lots of people like Hamilton so much they start drawing animatics for it. And so I could actually watch the entire musical of other people's interpretations of it. Right? And that was really cool. There's some really good animatics. An animatic is like an animation, but when you don't have a budget. So when you don't have a budget. So what you get is like frames rather than actual animation. And they're still really good. There's some advantages to an animatic over an animation, I think. You know, there's some like frames I just don't think would fit into an animation. But anyways, there's a lot of animatics on YouTube like that. Especially from a guy named Szin, S-Z-I-N, I think. He's really good. Go look him up. Shout out. Lots of really great animatics. And so I started looking at these, and this has got me interested in animatics. Right? So now I'm start looking up all sorts of different animatics, different songs people will make animatics for. They're all really good. Especially this one song called Ready As I'll Ever Be, which is from the Tangled TV show. And there's so many animatics for this. There's one from the Warrior Cats fandom, which is really good. So look at animatics, those are really cool. And this is how I came across the Dream SMP. I found Saddest trailer. So for those from the Dream SMP, I say Saddest and you exactly know what I'm talking about. But if you don't know the Dream SMP, I say Saddest, you might get a little disturbed. But Saddest is just an animator on YouTube. And she makes really good animations. I assume it's a she. Great animations. So I found this one trailer of the Dream SMP that she made. And it like captivated me. Because I love character design, right? And everything seems so completely arbitrary, right? It looked like it was from a TV show or something. And I recognized it was Minecraft because I know the noises, because I played Minecraft. But I didn't understand what was going on. It intrigued me. And so, what is this Dream SMP War? What? This guy with a mask, he's the main character? I don't understand what's happening. Nothing makes sense. Revolution or death? It was never meant to be. What? Eric? Who's Eric? Like, what is all this? It was so intriguing to me. So when I did more research, oh, it's a Minecraft server. Okay, it's not for me then. I said. Little did he know, it was exactly for him. Because I then proceeded to get completely obsessed with it. I watched like these compilations of the story of the Dream SMP War, right? So there's the one that's called Dream SMP War, the movie, which is just a compilation of Tommy's streams and some other people's streams too, where it just goes through. Tommy in it is like the main character, kind of, where he was. I think he's kind of been pushed to the sideline by now. The Dream SMP's past its prime by now, but that's beside the point. So I watched the Dream SMP War, really cool story, and then, as it turns out, and it's still going, the story's still going, it's kind of lost of focus, so it's not as good as before. I've lost track of what's happening. The next step is, I then found out there's music of the Dream SMP. So people make fan songs of the Dream SMP. So it's all just fandom after fandom after fandom. This is how it happens. Fandom after fandom after fandom. So after the Dream, wait, I lost myself. Yeah, so the Dream SMP, okay, they make songs, the songs. You should look up Ian Has Opinions. She makes good music. Yeah, it's called Ian Has Opinions, the channel. But the person who sings is a girl. Maybe it's in the credits. I didn't pay attention to the credits. I probably should do that to the description. Probably should do that more. But great music. Ian Has Opinions makes some of the best songs. And so then I thought, wait, what if like a musical for the Dream SMP? I started taking these songs and I wrote this song into like a script of sorts. I just thought it'd be cool. I started writing songs like that already existed. Also look up this one person, Precious Jewel Armor. Great music. Great. She's still making music. I don't know about Ian. I haven't heard a song from Ian Has Opinions in a while. But Precious Jewel Armor is still making music. Look her up. She makes really good stuff. And so I started taking stuff from these people. The first one I took was from Ian Has Opinions. It was the one about Eric. I actually combined two. One song from Ian Has Opinions, another song from someone I don't remember the name of now. They were both about Eric, and I combined them and also wrote a script around them. And what I ended up getting was, the end result of that was that, I'm losing myself again. Yeah, so I wrote a little script where the scene where Dream is in the throne room and tells Eric to give up his throne, his crown. Oh my gosh, crown. I kept trying to combine throne and crown. So Dream tells Eric to give up his crown. So I wrote this scene, but as if it was a musical, and I threw in the songs that have been written by other people in there and changed the lyrics a bit. And so I wrote that, and I was really proud of it. I'm still really proud of it. I think it's really cool. And then I'm also a creative writer, so I like to write fantasy and things. So writing's not new to me, but I'm not that good at it. I mean, so then I wrote that, and I thought, wait, have other people had this idea? So I just type into Google, Dream SMP musical, and the first thing that comes up is this Discord, right, of a Dream SMP musical called Milo Manberg. And I click on it, and I say, hey guys, you're making a musical? Do you think you could use this? And I put it into the thing. I'm like, I didn't mind them using it. I think it was cool. And they're like, yeah, but I mean, we're gonna make our own song, so we can't use it. I'm like, okay, that's cool. And then they say, but they like this. So they say, well, we already closed applications for writers, but if you want to join, I'll send you an application. And say, yeah, sure, why not? And so, well, why not? I thought about it for about 5 seconds, like, okay, I don't have time for this, was my first thought. Because I have school, I'm not doing too well in school. So I don't have time for that. School, I got Boy Scouts, I got things to do. I got my own stories I'm trying to write, right? Right. So when I joined, so I applied, I put effort into the thing, because I wanted to get in. I wanted to get into this. I thought it'd be a really cool thing to do. Because one thing I want to do is I want to make something, I want to create something. And I've been trying to write a story for a long time, and I finished one. I finished one story about Santa Claus. I'm really proud of it. But I want to make something, keep going, keep making things, right? So a musical is something I've wanted to make for a while. And the end result is that the musical, and so I joined. And I filled out the application, put some effort into it. Jumped on the opportunity to join this musical, and I did. I started attending the meeting and started paying attention to what they were saying. I put effort into this, right? And then I start writing poems about it. Like, I just wrote a poem. So we were like discussing what things we thought Nikki should be a viewpoint character. I thought Nikki should be a viewpoint character. But now I don't think that would work anymore because she's not everywhere. But I wrote a poem where Nikki's the viewpoint character, at least at first, and then it just turns into a poem, just kind of me being sad about L'Manberg, because this is after L'Manberg blew up completely. This is after the second destruction where Dream and Technoblade team up and destroy L'Manberg. I was very sad about that. I'm still very sad about that. It's still, L'Manberg always has a special place in my heart. So, I've never been so attached to a fandom as I have been, so involved in a fandom as I have been for the Dream SMP. Like, even Marvel. I was the biggest Marvel fan for a bit, but I wasn't as attached to the characters as I am attached to the characters in the Dream SMP. Because like, when L'Manberg blew up, I was genuinely sad. And I hated Technoblade. I genuinely hated Technoblade, the character, right? He's still one of my favorite creators, but he's still one of my favorite YouTubers because he's really funny. But the character Technoblade, I don't like him because he's evil. He's evil because he blows things up and kills people, and then tells himself that he's a good person. And when he messes up, it's not because he's messing up; it's because other people. It's other people's fault. So he whines. Even Dream doesn't whine. You know, even Dream will say, "Yeah, I'm evil. That's me. I'm an evil person." But Technoblade, he'll be like, "No, it's not my fault. It's just Tommy's fault for not helping me with Tubbo. Yeah, I killed Tubbo because peer pressure and things." So Technoblade character is very whiny, I think, despite being one of the most powerful characters on the SMP. Where was I? Yeah. So then I started writing these poems. I wrote one that was just a really funny poem. I think it was hilarious. Just of the Dream SMP. Just Tommy and Wilbur just starting L'Manberg. And I get up to a point where they make the Constitution and I don't keep going because I ran out of ideas. But I think it was just hilarious. It was completely just canonically accurate, right? And people who know the Dream SMP know that when something's completely canonically accurate, that means it's completely weird. So, and then people say, "Wow, these poems are really good. Why don't you keep writing them?" So I do. I keep writing these poems. And then they asked me to write, "Okay, can you write the lyrics for the song?" And now I'm writing the lyrics for the first song. And that's how that happened. And I don't got time for this, but I'm making time for it. You know, I've heard a saying before, which is that if you want something done, give it to someone who doesn't have the time to do it. Because that people will make time to do it, right? Those people who are always doing things, they know how to schedule their things. So they'll like make time in their busy schedule to do what needs to get done. And so when you want to do something, make the time for it, right? When something needs to get done, you gotta make the time for it. This is why I'm not doing well at school, because I keep playing video games instead. And writing lyrics. I gotta do my schoolwork. That's why I've applied to like 10 scholarships. Right? I've applied to like not too many scholarships, and I leave in 4 months for college. Damn. I gotta make more time for these things that I need to care about more. But I have made time for the Dream SMP musical. And now I'm in charge of the lyrics, and that's a little crazy. It feels like it happened by accident. It feels like I just stumbled into this. And that's where I am now. That's how I went from Hamilton to working on a musical. So like the most indirect route possible. I hope you enjoyed, I guess. I guess this is technically a vlog. Don't know what else to call it. Yeah, anyways. I'm now in a musical. No, I'm not giving you any spoilers. We're changing a couple things. We're making SBI semi-canon. So Technoblade is not Phil the Sun, but Tommy is. That's all I'll tell you. We got tons of things. We got things coming up. It's moving. It's moving along. We're making progress. There's another musical coming out. That's not us. There's like you'll see There's like another musical, Aliouf, who's being posted by a person named Aliouf, right? That's not us. That's a different musical. The Dream SMP is surprisingly famous, right? It's like super famous. Anyways, there's a lot of people walking around me now, so I think I'll log off. I guess like and subscribe. That's what you gotta say at the end of every video, right? Like, comment, and subscribe. And watch the Dream SMP, and watch our musical when it comes out. Yeah, have fun, I guess. Follow your dreams, and also get a job. That's what I'm doing. See ya.